Good evening. A drover's dog. It's a saying from Bill Hayden, who used to be the opposition Labor leader in 1983, who had to step aside for Bob Hawke, because Bob Hawke was the steam train going places. But the reference of Bill Hayden just prior to the 1983 election, where Malcolm Fraser lost to Bob Hawke, was that even a drover's dog, something so minuscule as a drover's dog, could win the 1983 election because Malcolm Fraser's Liberal Party was on the nose. Well, it's now nearly 40 years later, and I will utter Bill Hayden's words. A drover's dog could win this election in 2022. You've got Albo and you've got ScoMo. And basically ScoMo's on the nose. When the country was burning, he was basically, absent in Hawaii on holiday. He came back to certain parts after the burning had stopped. Well, still burning actually, but he went round and he was lifting people's arms up to shake their hands because they weren't going to raise their hands. ScoMo, silly move, and noticed. And then, of course, the floods, well, he sort of thought it was just going to go away. Didn't want to offer any money until it became obvious that he had to. And he was giving money to certain electorates that were in favour of the Liberal Party. Am I making that up? No, they're facts. And there's plenty of things over the last few years that have been on the nose. But just this week, a week before the election, and the drover's dog is panting next to the bowl, ready to go, ScoMo says that he's going to change his ways. He's been far too aggressive and a bit like a bulldozer. Too late, ScoMo. I predict, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but let me do my predictions. There'll be quite a few independents take seats from the Liberal Party, which they're not happy. And I think the Labor Party will get between 80 and 82 seats. They only need 76 to form government. And it's good the independents are going in there because they're a bit like the old Don Chip. Remember Don Chip? Keep the bastards honest. Well, he remembered that these modern day independents will do the same thing. They're not going to affiliate with either party. They'll stand up and speak for their electorate, which is good. Maybe we should have the whole parliament filled with independents. A bit like Roman days where X amount of people were selected to run the city for a couple of years and they were given the flick, and then a few hundred people would come in and do the same thing. But yeah, I think the Labor Party will win easily, and it's a case of a drover's dog because Anthony Albanese's he's not Rock Hudson. He's not like, oh, we'll go for him because he's really, no. He has been methodical and he's been honest and he has stated facts. He's got a few wrong, as they all do. But ScoMo has been storming around telling everyone that I'm the Prime Minister and only I can do the job and no one else can do it because I've got the experience. ScoMo, you weren't Prime Minister, you weren't born Prime Minister. Just tell everyone how you got to be Prime Minister. That's right, Malcolm Turnbull. Bit to the left in the Liberal Party was Malcolm Turnbull. Morrison and Dutton, thank God. I mean, we've got to thank ScoMo for one thing, and that is that Peter Dutton didn't become Prime Minister. That would not have been good. He's from the far right. Morrison's sort of centre-right, if we want to talk about political factions, but it's all over by the Red Rover and the drover's dog. In a week's time, we will have a Labor Party, I believe, in power. And hopefully they can increase the use of renewable energies, give people hope on very low incomes, and improve our health system. I didn't even touch on the pandemic that Morrison oversaw because basically every state did the best they could on their own. They didn't even get vaccines for a while because he decided just to wait. Anyway, that's my 2 bobs worth. And come here. I'm just calling the drover's dog. See you next Saturday.